Well, unfortunately, mainstream exercise has had a significantly Western influence,
Mm-hmm.
and Western is not always good. We have some nice medical advances, but we also invented Coca-Cola and McDonald's. So
Yeah. Rough with the
we're
smooth.
partly to blame for a lot of the problems that we're learning to cure,
Mhm.
if that's okay to say.
Yeah.
And what I want people to understand is, in the 1970s and 80s, exercise was very much influenced by bodybuilding.
Mm-hmm.
Now, bodybuilding is literally the art of sculpting your body
Mhm.
into the most aesthetically pleasing statue that you could do.
Yeah.
Bodybuilders aren't graded on their movement. They're graded on their muscle hypertrophy and their symmetry.
Mm-hmm.
And they have come up with some unbelievably effective ways at improving the shape of the body.
Mm-hmm.
It would be incorrect to assume that improving the shape of the body always improves the function of the body.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say that gymnasts and pro athletes don't have aesthetically pleasing bodies, but these bodies aren't nearly as pumped up or puffed up
Mm-hmm.
as the bodybuilders that we saw from the late 70s, the 80s up through to today. So training movement as a gymnast would, or a fighter would, or a football player would, will
Yeah.
definitely give you an aesthetically pleasing body.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a lot of work to get there. And the body doesn't develop its muscularity through isolation. It develops it through functional patterns that you were designed to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you are very dissatisfied with a certain body part and literally want to change the shape of that body part, then obviously you'll wind up more in a bodybuilding, isolation mentality.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I think what happened was there was so much of this subconscious influence of bodybuilding in personal fitness
Mm-hmm.
that the personal fitness instructor, the personal trainer, and even the strength coach thought that their job was to change shape
Mm-hmm.
of the body,
Mm-hmm.
not realizing that if you focus on function, not only will you change body composition, but you will definitely change muscularity, but at no time will you sacrifice movement in that endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to bodybuild, I think the bodybuilders have proven that the best way to get there is to isolate and train
Mm-hmm.
and hypertrophy your deficient areas.
Absolutely.
But if you want to look really sexy within normal reasons and move really well,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost better if you do your workout and never mention a single muscle group. There's no
Sure.
such thing as bicep day or Tuesday's International Leg Day
Yeah.
anymore. Well, it doesn't mean that you can't break up your workout and say make Tuesday a pull day,
Yeah.
Thursday a push day, or make Monday, when you're fresh and coming off 3 days of rest, a plyometric and sort of a low rep day, and then make Wednesday a recovery day or something like that. But I really think that since most of us don't specialize, most of us aren't professional quarterbacks or kickers or golfers, we don't throw the javelin for a living, there's no reason to really hone in your training on a specific pattern. I think what we've learned is if we want to look respectable at age 70,
Mm-hmm.
I think we should look at the people who are age 70 and look really good right now. And I think sometimes you see some 70-year-olds that have practiced moderate amounts of yoga, running, and martial arts. They look damn good.
Yeah.
And you see a 70-year-old that's practiced, powerlifting or bodybuilding,
Mm-hmm.
and God bless them. They were the shit in their day,
Yeah.
but they can't even touch their toes now, and they need help putting their pants on. And so, I think, fitness across the lifespan doesn't become important until you get on the other side of your glory days, and then it becomes the most important thing in your life. And so practicing with the end in mind, the way you want to look when you're 70, has to be important. Now,
Sure.
I also work with people who compete in the Olympics and people who are professional athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And we all realize that they've got to specialize. And some of the things that we do to help them specialize in their endeavor right now may help them be functionally fit for their specialized sport,
Yeah.
but may at the same time compromise their immediate health. We know that movement asymmetries are very present in athletes that do things to one side more than the other.
Mm-hmm.
And for a temporary amount of time between your 20s and 30s, I think that's okay. But once you get off that track, I think the philosophical sages of all time would say, you know, balance in every endeavor, moderation in every endeavor is the way we go. That doesn't mean you shouldn't seek strength and flexibility. You should seek them equally.